All right. Woo! Wow. We got a show for you. Woo! Look at that. Cary Elwes on Club Random. Oh man. We just got done watching a Club Random classic of Seth Rogen. Sorry, not Seth Rogen. Seth Green. Don't ever call him Seth Rogen. He gets really mad at that. Humans cannot think that there's more than one Seth. That's a Satan name. So we got Cary Elwes. Now, Cary Elwes, for those who might have forgot, Cary Elwes was in The Princess Bride, Robin Hood Men in Tights, Tights. Ooh, man. Them were the years. And then Saw. Oh, my God. And the first one, too. So he was in some of the most epic films. Definitely, some cultural shifters, disruptors, as they call them. The Crush, all the, and then you got to get a Christmas one in there, okay? You got to go full Mac, okay? Mac is Macaulay Culkin. You got to get one in the Christmas time to get your yearly residuals. Well, Cary Elwes is on Bill Maher. Now, again, we just watched Bill Maher, but since this is fresh, let's do it. They'll give us another day to let old Kurt Metzger episode breathe a bit. Old Mac. Wizard knows. But just by the looks of it, okay? And now, for those of you who know how we watch Bill Maher on Club Random, and we'll get right into this because I know you guys love getting right into this, okay? No intros for you, apparently. You just want to get straight to the content. But it seems as though we've got Cary Elwes here. Now, there are 3 different types of Club Random guests. There are those that will walk down and greet Bill Maher as he's walking up. They'll walk down the platform. Seth Green, Marshawn Lynch has done that. There are those that stand up, shake his hand, and greet him. And then there are those that sit down and maybe shake his hand, maybe not, but they're sitting down casual. And Adam Carolla did that. And you can also take a shit in the studio bathroom like Marshawn Lynch did right before the interview. Now, just by first blush of all Elwes here, out of those 3 categories, let's just keep it 3. Would you think that he would be? Would he be a greeter walking down to greet Bill Maher? Would he be a stander where he just stands up and greets him, or will he remain seated and let Bill come to him? Now, please, if you've seen this, do not spoil it. I have not seen this, okay? I have not seen it. And I'm not even going to look at the chat right now, okay? You keep the chat going. You're fine, but I'm not even going to look at it right now. But I will just say what I can deem from this face. Oh, God. Every single picture You've got that arrogant, smug look on your face. How do you do it? And yet I love you at the same time. That's some of that movie magic with a K, a hard K. And I'm gonna have to say he's a sitter. He is going to just remain seated. All right, this is a long intro for those people who are not in the stream. Okay, seated afterwards. Please just stick with me. Okay, this is fun stuff. Okay, we're watching things through a satirical lens. So come along for the ride with us if you're watching this after the stream. We stream late night, and it's a cool hang. Join us. Like and subscribe. Do all that stuff, and we're going to get right into this. Now, that was my prediction. I'm going to take a look at the chat, and we're going to jump right into this. Okay, I'm going to take a look at the chat. Yep, we love Cary. Yep. Okay, he's gonna be a stander. Okay, we got Wizard as a stander. All right. Yep, he is. He is Hollywood gold. So here we are, in some of the great stuff. Now, I say a seater. Wizard says a stander, and no greeters, no walking up to him. Okay, so here we are. Cary Elwes, I'm excited for this. Okay, we're gonna, it's about time, if you ask me. It's about time, Bill. Thank you. I was a little concerned. Okay, now here we are. Cary Elwes, Club Random, standard greeter or a sitter. Oh, I gotta get ready. Get the old headphones in and get right to it. Oh, I mean, you think he's a stander with that face? Come on, that's it seems like his heart would be a stander, but maybe this is his Hollywood persona. But here we are.
You've got data on over 9 with at checkout.
Okay, here we go.
One of my favorite movies.
Okay, no,
I consider Kubrick like
we're not
great
arguing.
Oh God, here we are. We got Kubrick talk. Okay, everyone's talking Kubrick. Even that guy that was it from the guy that was on Rogan that did work with Quentin Tarantino. He's talking about, or someone else. I watched another video. They're like trying to find the original editors and directors and all, it was the camera guy. The camera guy had filmed, was it 4 years worth? Couldn't have been 4 years. Anyways. All Kubrick. It's the next Epstein files. Okay, but here we go. Sorry, I got distracted with Kubrick. That's what Kubrick does. You're in this mathematical dimension.
Pulling Kyle.
All right, here we go.
Pulling Kyle.
Oh, I hope they don't hit me with their jingle. I usually skip through this. All right, here we go.
Hey.
Okay. All right, here we go. All right, we got a greeter walking down, a stander, or a sitter. Here we are. Anyone changing their minds? Okay, here we are. This is Clip Virgin watching Club Random.
Hey, Bill.
How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Oh, there's this.
You've aged well.
Oh, he's a
You
standard.
look very similar to when I first saw you on the
Nice.
screen.
Thank you, Bill.
Been a fan for a long
Oh, he's
time.
looking good, too.
Yeah.
Looking good. He's got the, like the Barbados, the nice chucks. Of course, you're doing black. All right, here we go. Wizard got it. Wizard got it.
When I first saw you on the screen.
Thank you, Bill.
Been a fan for a long time.
Oh, wait. No, those are the cheap ones. I think those are the cheap, like Dillard's one.
Similar to when I first saw you on the screen.
Thank you, Bill.
Been a fan for a long time.
Thank you.
You have a lot of fans.
Thank you.
I found out when I told people you were coming on.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you. Oh my God. How are you a stander with a brow like that? Oh my God. Why do you look like a Nickelodeon X cartoon? The Pickle and Pete. Oh my God. You just don't see that much on TV anymore, do you? Or in film. He's got a bit of that presidential profile. Does he have is that a chin addition? Good God, he's like what's that? Old American guy or what? The superhero guy. On that cartoon. Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay, here we are. He's a stander. But keep saying thank you. Thank you. So there's a bit of an aura. A bit of an aura.
Thank you.
I found out when I told people you were coming on.
Thank you, Bill.
All right. Well, that's it. Thank you
Thank
for coming
you.
by.
I
Just wanted to
appreciate
give
it,
you
and
an affirmation for
Take care.
today.
Appreciate you. Great to see you.
And you have all your hair?
Thank you.
Well. So,
No?
it's not a wig yet.
What do you mean? What is it?
God, it's my real hair, yeah. So do you.
I think you have more. I don't want to get into a... Look, if this leads to a dick, contest, and I'm just... No, but yeah, you look like you have a...
So now I think Bill has gotten notes from the producers to keep the gay innuendos to a minimum. It also looks like they insist on having that bag draped over these couches, and I guess anything to cover them, I suppose. I mean, look at that. Why don't you get like one of those stitched pattern blankets to drape over that thing, okay? Something artistic. Ask Mark. Kurt Metzger's producer. He'll knit you something up while they're doing their show. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys heard, but they did remove the guitar from the wall. Okay, after that incident with Marshawn Lynch and with the guitar nearly falling, they did remove it. They did remove it. So
do more than I do because,
ancient Egypt.
It is a struggle
As a
to
flex it.
retain the things that give
He's Egyptian.
The population the allure that you're still young.
Right.
And you can do it with two things. If you're not fat and if
Right.
you have hair.
True.
And
Wait,
also,
what's
you
happening?
can't drink a lot.
No.
Because then you look like Ted Kennedy
No,
in
we don't want
1980.
that. No.
And it's just no good.
I used to when I was a kid, but
Me too.
He looks like he looks like how movie stars should look. My God. There's not even a wrinkle or it. Look at that. What? That can't be real. Is that real? Look at that chin. Look at that brow and the nose. That's like a perfect specimen. Like just the right amount of crow's feet. Because he grins, but his grin is still a little coy in the Cary. A little coy in the Cary. He's like, oh. Did you forget how legit he was? He looks like one of those guys that's also really intelligent. Probably from like Colorado or something. It's like climbing stuff and just hates everybody because they're so dumb. So he just makes fun of everyone. I can't relate. I'm on the other end. Look at that. Jeez. Yeah, he's British, huh? It's like it's what America used to be.
Kennedy
no,
in
we don't want
1980.
that. No.
And it's just no good.
I used to when I was a kid, but
Me too. When I was a kid of 50, I did. Are you kidding? I only quit when
That's hilarious.
Well, it's true.
I know.
I always say you're like in basketball. There's this, or all sports, where there's a saying: you give what you take what the defense gives you.
Right.
And it's like that. I think with the body, like when my body gave me 30 drinks a week, I had them.
Sure.
And now my body gives
Sure.
me 2.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
No,
have
that
one of
sounds
them
about
right
right.
now.
Yeah. No, for real. Same thing. You know, when you're a teenager or in your 20s, you feel like you're immortal. You know, you can drink all night long, go out, party, do anything. And
Did you?
Oh, for sure. You know, I was like any other teenager. You know, I rebelled and...
No, I mean like teenager. I wish I was like that as a teenager. I was a loser as I wish somebody invited me out to like do bad things.
I lived in New York for 10 years. So a whole decade of New York in the 80s will do it to you, Bill.
But you're British, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's like, wait, but why are you going in and out of an accent? What are you? It's like the most racist thing you could ever ask anyone. What are you? So let's not be asking, what are you? No, but seriously, what are you?
You grew up in Britain?
Yes, sir. Moved to the States when I was 18.
Okay. We invited you, or you just barged away in
I
like
just barged my way in.
all these other
I always wanted to work here. I always...
British.
A British actor.
Taking the jobs away from the Americans. Going to get. Have fun with your little plays. Quit taking our jobs away.
Who had a great appreciation for American film, because I sort of came of age in the 70s, 60s and 70s, when movies were really getting really interesting, right?
Yeah.
And
Counterculture.
totally. And so my favorite actors, besides some of the British ones I grew up with, were American actors, especially New York ones, you know, character actors like Dustin, Bobby Duvall, Al Pacino. You know, these people, you know, loomed large in my
But you look
consciousness.
more like Robert Redford. That really should have
Thank you. God,
been your
I wish. That's a
Well,
very nice compliment.
blonde,
Yeah, right.
you know, handsome blonde guy. I mean, the guys you mentioned are not
Whoa.
like lookers.
Yeah, no, I when I was 18 or 20s actually, when I did Princess Bride at 24,
Did the audio go weird? Did it get all digital there? Or is that just on my end? Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. So yeah, he's already trying to butter up Cary. And I had a little bit of interference on my end, so let me bring it back and see if it's gone.
Blonde guy. I mean, the guys you mentioned are not like lookers.
yeah, no, I when I was 18 or 20s actually, when I did Princess Bride at 24, I thought, God, I'm just gonna get nonstop, you know,
What?
blonde, blue-eyed, you know, prince roles, which is what happened. I got offered every movie with a sword. You know what I mean? And I'm like,
Yeah. Oh shucks.
no, or fairy tale.
You want to be a De Niro? Know thyself, Blondie. You're meant to be in epics. You're not going to be carousing the streets of New York. Okay, I'm not going to be watching you in black and white. I want to see you all dressed up. Renaissance. Wielding a sword. Hopping on a horse. But don't think you can't hide that fat from a... You're a little chunky. Okay, you're still a little chunky. So you ain't
You meet
jumping
the
on no
princess, you
horse.
save the princess, fight the dragon, you don't fight that. And I just thought, man,
So what do you do to fight that? You have to learn
Yeah,
to play
we need more of these kind of type of movies. And you can see that we haven't had any. And why? Well, because they've removed these type of people out of the industry. So there are no longer those type of movies. And Middle America says, excuse me, what? We're the ones that pay for these things, and you won't make them for us? Okay. So yeah, let's get some more of these sword wielding movies. You know, like, or just do shows. Just stream everything. Just ruin the whole thing. Why don't you just stream everything? You know, who needs to wait? Why don't we just show up on set and just watch it? Why wait to even load it up and stream it? We'll just watch you produce it live. And then, well, forget that. We'll just go back to watching theater. Why don't we? That's the ultimate streaming. Get back on theater. You need to do silent theater.
guy? Or some shit?
Well, yeah. So I was like, oh God, I got to change this face. I've got to mix it up, Bill. I've got to try and find a way to change my path, or the path that's people want me to take, right? And I'll tell you a quick funny story. I was in New York. By the way, living in New York, not working. I don't know if you've ever been through that. Not a great thing to do.
I lived in New York as a comedian, which is someone who certainly doesn't work in the day.
Right. You know, but you got paid to go up on stage and do your act.
Not at first, no.
Oh, really?
Oh, no. I sold drugs.
Oh, okay.
We all did.
Well, that's a lucrative business.
Yeah, there's no pay at the beginning.
Right.
But very soon, if you're good, when I say very soon, within a couple of years, you know, are you doing great? No, but you have enough to live. And that always makes the actors in New York very jealous of us, because the comedians didn't have to wait tables.
Right, yeah, no, waiting tables.
What? Why you did?
Not in New York, in London.
Yeah.
I did. I was a busboy.
I never did, bitch.
Yeah.
You miss a point. He was about to say, hey, no, you don't understand. We never needed to. So that whole American look is slowly fading, Cary. Why you do this to me? Why you do this to me? So he just needs to get back up on the old horse again. You know, he's been playing Papa for too long. Oh, get on Papa's lap.
I never waited on a table. No, I remember the comedians used to kind of like, we'd be in the diner or whatever it was, and there was like, you know, there was a kind of especially in the theater district, you know. That's hilarious. Because the improv was for...
He's too soft. We need someone with a little bit more grit. He's cool though, but he's not going to be the, you know, not the new American that we need. You know, we got to think back in what's that one, I'll think of it, whatever.
44th and 9th. It was created as a place.
6 foot, okay.
I mean, the improv, which has spawned all the comedy clubs, the urban comedy, was created in 1962 by Bud Friedman as a place for the theater crowd to go after the...
All right, let me... And I usually reserve this for really, like, later on. Not so early. But he is wearing all black. And not quite Cary. Not quite Cary. Very few do it like he does.
Sure, it wasn't originally...
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Absolutely. It wasn't necessarily a comedy club, but it was... They put comics up, but like anybody who had just done their show and was loose and having drinks, that was the hangout, 44th and 9th.
Bill Maher's looking good.
It was a block away from time.
Look, see that? So he's got... He's got a decal tee. Got a nice shirt. And then kind of like a smoker's jacket. And then something even over that. This guy's layers.
Square and...
Yeah, Times Square back when I lived there was kind of more like Taxi Driver. You know, when he drives
Taxi Driver.
it was like that. Yeah. It was intense.
That's what I just said.
Close there. I lived in Hell's Kitchen.
You know what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm kind of
he wants to
not
be in
working
Taxi
in New York, which again is not great. Because, you know, you're starting to like figure out what you're going to
get on the horse. You're not
going to make the rent, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm in a restaurant with a friend, and he starts having a heart attack at lunch, my friend. And I'm like, what's going on? Are you okay? He's like, Al Pacino, 3 o'clock. I'm like, what? He goes, Al Pacino, over there. I look over, and sure enough, Al's there. This is Café des Artistes, which my friend was paying for. I couldn't afford that lunch. And
I remember it.
You remember Cafe, right?
Was that with the crayons on the table?
I don't know.
I think it was.
Was
it was one of those where they had the tablecloth was paper,
Really?
yes, and there was
remember.
crayons. You were supposed to draw. It was so.
Zeos.
It was so. Yeah. It was,
Anyway, so there's Al. He's at.
That's why they hate us in the Midwest. Who can fucking blame them? There's crayons on the table. Be artistic while you're ordering.
Anyway, so there's Al, and he's entertained. He's got like 12 people at a long table, and he's at the head
Bill's
of the
got
table.
tequila now.
And my friend, who's an actor,
Macaroni Girl.
also not working, by the way. He goes, hey, we're actors.
They write their names upside down.
I'm like, no, we really should. He's with friends.
The
Let's
waitress.
not do that.
Yeah.
And as I'm saying, let's
do
not
that?
do that. He's up and out of the chair. And he's over there.
Oh, man.
And I'm like turning the color of your curtain right here. And I'm just so embarrassed right now.
Fuchsia? Because that's what everyone's doing right now is these fuchsia. Like comedy's going fuchsia. And these purples and blues.
I'm like, oh, God. I look over and I see him gesturing. Al's like, who is this guy? Are you a waiter? What is this? And I see him my friend point to me, saying that over there. And Al looks over, and I can see him looking right at me. Now I'm really mortified.
Why
right?
is he blaming you?
Because he's saying, come over to come and say hello.
Oh, so your friend succeeded.
He did well. Not that I'm wondering, like, is this really what Al wants, to have people come up and introduce themselves, strangers all the time, while he's having lunch with his friends? And I'm thinking, I walk over, and my friend says, oh, Mr. Pacino, it's my friend Cary Elwes, he's an actor. And he goes, oh, yeah? What are you doing right now? And I said, well, I'm going up on auditions, and I'm between jobs. And he goes, oh, so you're drifting. And I went, oh, great. This is great. Michael Corleone just called me a drifter. This is exactly my day is working out as planned. And he goes, let me ask you a question, Cary. And he taps my heart, Bill, like that. And he goes, what's this? And I go, my heart? He goes, no. Then he taps my head right here. He goes, what's that?
Is this Al Pacino?
I said, it's not my brain, is it? He goes,
coked out?
No. He goes, they're muscles, Cary. Do you go to the gym? I go, yeah. He goes, what happens when you stop working out? I said, well, you atrophy. He said, that's right. These are muscles. You got to go to the gym and go work them out.
He didn't say any of this.
I do plays. I always keep my muscles loose so that I'm ready to work.
He said that.
He said that.
No.
So he said, he gave me his assistants. No, it's amazing. Gave me his assistant. He goes, you should go check out the Lee Strasberg Institute where my mentor is teaching there. Go audition. I'll help you get in the door, but the rest is on you. I went, I auditioned, I got in. I ended up training with his mentor, a guy called Charlie Lawton, not the actor, but the same name. And changed my life. I started working within a month or two. So
it's a beautiful story when a celebrity gives you the absolute personal number of his own assistant.
Doesn't happen.
I mean, it doesn't happen. It touches this thing and this thing.
No.
You know what? And as far as this thing and this thing go, see, that is the difference between comedians and actors. And we have a lot
seemed
in common.
a bit elaborate.
We have some things that are not. I mean, when you're a comedian, everyone is always coming up to you and saying, tell me a joke.
Sure.
But when you're an actor, no, people don't come up to you and say, show me a menu.
Right. No, it's true.
I just had to get one more. You guys were waiters joke in there.
I was actually a busboy. I was never a waiter. It's even lower than a waiter, Bill.
But that acting stuff. See, I made my living as an actor in the '80s. We all did as comics. We then went on to sitcoms and stuff like that. And you just feel like you're doing I enjoyed some of it, but you are doing things left-handed a little bit because it is your nature as a comic to not be a character, to be as real as you can, to be just at least my brand.
Yeah.
So it's always a bit of a stretch, and at some point, the business taps you on the shoulder and says, "This is not what you're meant for," and but it does sometimes takes time to find that. But Al Pacino, I know him a little bit, and he is a very generous soul person.
Generous. I mean, that story in of itself.
And he also was a guy who, more than really almost all the other actors, he does take this shit seriously. Like he really, I mean, even if you're anything except Shakespeare, is kind of second class. It's like Shakespeare is really what we're here in this business to do.
Right.
We will do other things.
Yes.
And Lord knows he's done plenty of other things.
Yes. Yes.
But really, we're here to do Shakespeare.
For sure.
I mean, that's...
I followed him on tour when he did American Buffalo. Do you remember that play?
Mamet?
Yeah.
Mamet's been here a few times.
I'm sure.
I love Dave.
And he was
argue,
brilliant.
but I love him.
I'm sure. But he was brilliant in that role, American Buffalo. I don't know if you ever saw it.
That
Wizard.
It's like
Wizard did
three
Shakespeare.
guys
Nice.
trying to figure out how to. I think they had trying to steal a nickel or something. I don't know. I've forgotten. It's been so long. But I remember there's a lot of drama and it's very tense.
No profanity.
It's Mamet.
No profanity.
No, of course not. It's David Mamet, please. No, but it's Al trying to change his life with a miracle, and he plays a very conflicted human being very, very well, I might add.
So you go back to the theater just because of the muscle thing, heart, pointing, Al, restaurant,
really
crayons, and then so you.
So we're back to the crayons. This is great, Bill.
So you, whether you need
my
it or
interview with the waiter, Cary Elwes. That's great.
Former waiter. Let's be fair. Okay. Bill Maher, never waited.
It was about the actors. Lee Strasberg is very similar to the actor studio. They teach you Stanislavski. They teach you preparation. They teach you relaxation. They teach you character. They teach you background. They teach you. Yeah, go on.
As a limey,
yes,
and I say that with affection.
You can call it still. You call.
Who, when I was a kid, the world's most famous, or at least the common opinion that he was the greatest actor in the world was Laurence Olivier.
Yeah.
Who had no use for any of that stuff.
No.
Was he a great actor? Is it just the different styles of the times? Because when you watch old movies, you just have to forgive them for being pre-realistic era. We grew up in the era where, especially in the 60s, like we were saying before, those kind of movies, like the audience no longer accepted just, I shoot you and you there's no blood and you just kind of fall in a heap. And, you had to do everything realistically.
Yeah.
Olivier was pre that.
Wizard, how long did you do Shakespeare for, and what was the play or the plays that you did? I don't even know how any of that stuff is even ranked. Like, it's been a long time since I thought about that world. But yeah, I mean, that's a whole world in there. Midsummer Night, yep. And Julius Caesar, nice.
Yeah, he was heightened realism. I mean, I was fascinated by.
Oh, what a nice way to say ham.
No, I think it's a fair way to say it without being offensive to his talent. Olivier, you look at like Richard III or Hamlet or anything he did, Henry V.
I love him.
They're all great, but there's a heightened sense of reality with the way that he delivers. Obviously, one of the great Shakespearean actors of all time. But even when he's doing Rebecca.
And Wizard with, like, were you able to play a role that you could kind of get into? Are these roles something where, I mean, it seems like they've got a lot of meat on them, and so you can just get lost in the character. You learn how to. And the fifth two, Falstaff was my favorite character. Yep. You played Peter Quince in Midsummer. Nice. He's a carpenter who wants to be an actor. Oh, that's funny. Nice. Yep. Did you do like a tour, or was it just like at one place, or?
Or something like that. You feel like there's a realism, but it's heightened. For me, it's heightened. But then Marlon Brando comes along, and he pushes that all aside and goes, "I'm going to sweat. I'm going to sniff. I'm going to be. You can smell me on screen, right? You can feel the dirt under my fingernails." That's
actually with Brando, you could smell him, and you could see the dirt under his fingernails.
No, I think that was the point, though, is that he was being. Marlon started to be on screen, whereas other people before him were creating. No. Yeah, go on.
It also has to do with the roles you're taking. Now, I mean, Stanley Kowalski, yes, you have to be that. Spartacus is Nemesis, the noble Roman Crassus, who Olivier played
in Houston,
the movie Spartacus,
3 days a week.
By
Stanley Kubrick.
Nice.
Thank you. Okay, and Stanley Kubrick, I love that he made like one like classic Hollywood movie, and then went, okay, now that I've shown you I can do this, now I'm going to do always stuff that's ahead of the game. But I just wanted to show you
that I can do
I can work with Laurence Olivier and Kirk Douglas, and I can make a big budget, and it's awesome.
And Charlie Lawton.
I still love that movie.
It's great.
Okay, so, but like he's playing this part of Crassus, the noble Roman who captures Spartacus. I don't know if you really want to even be, all that super duper realistic. Don't you just want to be entertaining sometimes?
I think that was the point for me with Olivier, is that he knew how to entertain people. I read his autobiography.
He did The Entertainer.
He did The Entertainer, exactly. But he actually, believe it or not, suffered from terrible stage fright. And this is a guy who never did more stage plays than probably any other actor of his generation. And he used to go up to the curtain on the stage while everyone was taking their seats, and to build up his courage, Bill, he would open the curtains and go, "You're about to see a performance you've never seen before tonight." And then that gave him the strength to go out there and do that.
He said that to himself. Yeah.
To give him the courage and the strength.
We all do that in our own way.
We all do.
Yeah. I go through several rituals in order to get to the point of being okay with broadcasting. This is out there forever, folks. Okay, it's just this little play that you only get to see. Imagine what we go through. Okay, this is beyond theater. So I gotta do everything I can to quiet the mind, quiet my brain, so I can speak through my mind. And then I gotta listen to this. Shit, Jumanji up in here. But yeah, We all do it.
Kind of have to psych
yourself up.
Right before you know.
But he had terrible fright.
Your close-up is coming after lunch, Mr. Elwes, right? And are you going to go have a big fucking
Wizard, I bet
no.
you had
No.
you had to do something too before before you went on.
I always hated that. Like when I thought I was going to work in the morning.
That's funny.
When we're fresh.
Right.
And they waste all morning doing the master shot, which they never use.
Right, never.
And then, after lunch, so now
funny.
I'm hungry, but I can't eat. Because you can't
Welcome to the
act.
chat,
That's
Jen.
hilarious.
Or, by the way, fuck, if you're right after eating.
Right.
I don't know why people try either one, but they do.
That's hilarious.
But isn't it right?
It's true. Always.
Oh.
No, it's always unpredictable. You're on their timetable, yeah? And so...
Are there directors, though, who, are more cognizant of that? Because I would think if I was a director, what I would, having at least done, I mean, it's not like I'm this great acting icon. I did some acting, so I know what it was. I would make sure that my actors got their close-ups at the optimum moment.
Sure.
I would re-rig it so everything was working around
should direct,
that.
Bill.
I should not direct. I should not direct.
No?
I know. I'm not starting new careers at 70. I'm happy to keep the 2 I've got going.
Okay.
I used to have 3. I used to tour. I only don't do that anymore, doing stand-up. But no, I'm not going to direct. But that's what I would do, because I do remember that frustrating feeling like if we had just gotten to this earlier in the day.
Sure.
And, it's a funny thing, the way I remember the concentration, that you have to keep. It's a nerve-wracking job because you can't quite ever relax.
No.
Because when they call on you, so you can't quite ever relax, even though you have oodles of time to do nothing. You still can't quite relax into it.
No. You're always mulling the scene over in your head.
Right.
I've got a really good fix for all of this right here. All this anxiety that these actors have of, you got to learn the lines and you got to, do this and that. Just go back to silent films. Just go back to silent films. You don't need a writer. You guys come up with concepts. Have them listen to music so they can get into the world of the film, the aesthetic. Okay? They can have a life outside of being on set because they don't need to spend their whole time learning the lines. Okay? They just listen to the soundtrack that you create for them. And then they go on set or wherever. And you don't even have to mic them. They just go and do the stuff, and then you do the rest in post. So give these actors a break. They don't need to be saying things all the time. Go back to silent films. It will save you money.
And I find I like it when directors move very quickly. This picture I just did, Dead Man's Wire with Gus Van Sant. We only had
I had Gus here.
He's
Dead
great,
Man's
isn't he?
Wire. You're
Yeah.
great in it.
Thank you. We had 19 days, so there was no sitting around. There wasn't time to go back to your trailer and hang out. And
19 days?
19
Wow.
days.
Wow.
So once you came out of your trailer, that was the last time you saw the trailer until wrap.
Good.
And so I like that. It's like TV. I mean, I don't recommend it for every picture, but when you have too much time on your hands and you're just sitting in the trailer and doing that, you can overthink the scene and really go, okay, what if I did that?
Or your life.
Oh my God.
Your life.
Really? Because
yeah.
there's a lot of time in
Yeah, too much time. And so I like moving quickly. I like
that's a trailer. I mean, I remember being in Honey Wagons, which is, if people don't know, a trailer is like when you're the star, you get your own trailer.
Right, it was
and
a Honey
big
Wagon.
stars have like a permanent trailer that is made for them, and wherever they go, they fly
Double
in.
banger, triple
right.
banger.
It's like, you know, a home away from home as much as a trailer can be. A Honeywell is like a little cubby hole that's attached to like 5 others. So like when anybody else in the next one walks up the steps, it's like boom, boom, boom.
And slams the door.
You can't sleep there.
No, nothing.
I mean, the toilet is like that thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, but it is a toilet of sorts. But you
Sounds like a prison.
You know, it's a trailer life.
It's
Bill.
Yeah, but that's Honeywagon. Honeywagon's even worse. And also, when you're in the Honeywagon, you know you're not important.
Oh man.
They have to keep you with some sort of roof over your head, but it can be the shittiest.
It's hilarious.
It's true. Listeners.
It's like a extended Porter John.
Think back to a first date.
So here we are, old Cary Elwes. Maybe he's gonna grace the little silver screen again. Guess he didn't really lead with him doing a new project or anything, is he? But here we are.
Picture in Dublin one time, and to work with the Irish is just hilarious. And so the transpo, I know. Well, I have some Gaelic in me. Anyway, so this transpo guy comes over and goes, "Oh, you're in luck, Mr. Elwes." I go, "Why?" He goes, "You have John Wayne's trailer from The Quiet Man."
Wow.
I'm like, The Quiet Man, wasn't that 1950?
35.
50 something?
1935.
Was it really?
Yes.
Wow.
They take me over.
Okay. Okay, so now Bill Maher, I forgot. This is Tequila Bill. Okay? Tequila Bill is like usually tequila will get you kind of up and like, but it actually makes Bill a bit aggressive, and he doesn't know what to do with this good time energy of an upper, and so he turns it to aggression, and he'll just start shouting. So it's beginning right now. So soon he'll be turning in his seat and then starting pointing at them and kind of like shouting at them. So this is the very beginning of it. Bill Maher recently switched to tequila, and he's been wild ever since.
1935.
Was it really?
Yes.
Quiet Man, wasn't that 1950?
35.
50
1935.
Was it really?
Yes.
They take me over, Bill. They open it, and I can smell it before I
Oh,
go inside.
man.
And there's oil dripping from the ceiling.
Welcome to the chat, Lemon.
And it's like staining the couch. And I go, "What's that?" He goes, "Well, that was broken when Mr. Wayne was here, and we've decided not to fix it." And I thought, what a great character trailer this is, or Honeywagon. But
oil dripping from where?
From the ceiling. I don't know.
But what's in the ceiling that had oil?
It was 1930. What is it?
5.
There you go.
I still don't know what would be in the ceiling that would drip oil.
I think they didn't know either, and didn't want to try and find out why there was oil.
So what, you stayed in it?
That was my trailer. I had no choice. They're like, you're lucky. You got John Wayne's trailer. We selected just for you. I thought, oh, wow, special.
What was it?
It was a Showtime movie.
Oh, I see.
Timothy Dalton. But it was fun. I loved Dublin.
James Bond.
Yeah. But great fun, Ireland. Great fun. Love the Irish.
Yeah. I mean, I went...
Yeah, man. Yeah, I could do without him. Yeah. No, that's Bill Maher saying that. Me, give me some Irish.
Great fun, Ireland. Great fun. Love the Irish.
Yeah. I mean, I went what? I mean, they're my people.
Yeah, you're.
I went in '99.
Okay. Where'd you go?
I was in Europe. I do remember as the plane landed, I did get very emotional without intending to, and I'm not like that.
Sure.
I mean.
No, sure.
What? You don't even know what I'm going to say.
No, but there is something to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, Bill. Oh, see, these theater guys love it when they get someone to cry. You know, if you cry, you're like one of the best actors. Like, that's pretty much the hallmark of what gets you awards, is if you can get to these emotional states and around the edge of being MK Ultra and cry. He's just like, no, come on. I mean, I was just having MK Ultra thoughts right there of just how many, now with the Epstein files and all that, how many of these actors really went through a lot of crazy stuff, and they just filmed them after, having gone through some kind of tragic thing or something. I don't know. Maybe some of the stuff is real that they're filming. Kind of freaky.
No, but I'm saying they've been trying to get me to cry on TV for 33 years. It's not going to happen.
Oh, cry! Oh,
I'm not a cry, but like for some reason it hit me.
Oh,
and then around the country for a week was fascinating, sometimes infuriating. Sure. I mean, the signs. First of all,
what was it called? The Alexander technique? No. What's the crying one? It's like the Alexander technique. All the actors go through it and they learn how to project their emotions into the script.
You can't read the language. People think, oh, the Irish and English, same thing. Not the same thing.
Not even.
A completely different language, different people. I mean, they didn't look as different as the people that England conquered in Africa and India and the Indochina, but just as different a culture. Sure. I mean, it was just as much a conquest of a different people who 100%. Just said, I'm going to make you my bitch. And they did. That's your people, the English. Fuck you. No. And so you would see the signs and it would say the name of the town, like to give the direction. Now, we do that here. Right. Like if you're on the freeway here and it says to San Diego, you have to know San Diego is south. It's kind of a dirty trick. We don't all know that. We do. Yeah. But, San Francisco, to San Francisco. There are people from Germany, I don't fucking know where San Francisco, I know it's in California, sort of. So, there would be like the sign,
That's hilarious.
These 18-letter names for towns this way. I'm like, oh, that's helpful.
That's great.
And of course, this is pre-GPS.
I was going to say, it must have been
But it was also kind of cool because then you would have to engage in people. Yeah. You'd walk into the pub.
It's great.
All
of a sudden, someone's got a guitar. And there's singing and there's beer.
The drinking. I mean, there were people like frequently. I saw this over there, passed out, sitting on the stool.
Oh no, it was incredible. I worked at this place called Ardmore Studios. It's very famous studios in Dublin, and they have a bar upstairs for the cast and crew. And I'm looking around the wall, Bill, and there's pictures of famous people. You can't quite make them out, but there's Peter O'Toole lying like this. Oh. There's this Richard Burton like that.
Huge drunk.
I'm like, this is amazing. Albert Finney,
Right.
And I'm like, this is
Well, you're naming all
of them came
giant
here and drunk at this bar and passed out.
That was such a tradition. Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
I'm not telling this out of school. I think he said,
Nice.
you know, like they would put it away by the bottle.
Yeah,
like
Burton.
a bottle of vodka.
Yeah.
A day.
Yeah.
And then I'm like have wine at lunch as if it was like a corrective.
Totally.
to that. Oh, let's have some health food to just even out the vodka we had all morning. Let's have some rosé because it's made from grapes.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
It's sort of true. And they
true.
Another one is Oliver Reed.
Reed, oh please.
What?
He was legendary.
For drinking.
Oh please. He's like he was determined to outdo Burton and O'Toole. This guy, he was
right because he was a great actor. If you remember, Gladiator.
Great, but before that, Oliver.
Oh, he's the slave trader.
Yeah, he was great.
It's a great part. It's a pivotal part, and he kills it. But he, known for that. I mean, the English would call it getting pissed, which means drunk, very drunk.
But they were a lot of these guys were what's the phrase? They were able to drink and still deliver. You know, they were
plainly
right. So look at, for instance, right?
Because they were all in the bag by lunch.
By lunch and after lunch. So check out Beckett, for instance. A great story about Beckett. You remember Beckett?
Of course.
Right. O'Toole and Burton. Great movie.
Catherine.
Hepburn. Yeah.
Right.
Whom O'Toole picked to play that part. And
she's Eleanor of Aquitaine.
Eleanor of Aquitaine.
Right?
Brilliant.
And this is Henry II.
No, that's Lion and Winter you're thinking of. Beckett is before. He plays Henry in both.
Okay.
O'Toole. So Lion and Winter was Catherine Hepburn.
Okay.
Beckett was the precursor to that, and that was Burton and
based
O'Toole.
on the real priest
Right.
who would not give in to the king.
Correct.
It's one of those stories.
Brilliant. And they found a local pub that they really both enjoyed.
And
they found themselves in this pub at closing time. And the owner of the bar said, gentlemen, it's last call. And O'Toole was like, there's no such thing as last call, don't be silly. Something like that, right? Yeah. And the guy goes, no, sir, please. And there's no one else. They're the last people in the bar. Peter O'Toole said,
go home.
He was so infuriated that he and Burton bought the bar to keep it open. They negotiated a price.
I love show business.
Isn't that a great story?
That's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah. I love fucking show business.
Isn't that great?
Where we can buy the bar.
Buy it.
Fuck you.
That's it.
You rule me.
All right, here he comes, old Tequila Bill. Okay. It's like, I love entertainment business. I buy everything.
It's ours.
Right.
And I may keep you here to keep your job if you're lucky, if you get me another drink.
We left out Richard Harris.
Oh, Richard was great.
But also,
Richard was great.
It's amazing the way they this drinking club. Like
it was incredible.
Richard Burton, Richard Harris. By the way, do you remember SCTV?
Oh, dude. Rob Reiner, who you had on your show recently.
Director of The Princess Bride.
God bless him. He turned me on to SCTV. I had no idea who
Martin
they were.
Short, Eugene Levy,
changed
Catherine
my life.
O'Hara.
This is brilliant. This is the American
early 80s.
Monty Python.
Did you say God bless Rob Reiner? Even after what he did to his kid?
80 and TV.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
They once did a sketch that was called Three Kings and a Pope. And it was just all a mashup of all these kind of movies.
That's great.
Medieval.
I got to see that one.
Yes.
That.
Google, if you can YouTube it.
It's great. John Candy.
Well, I don't remember who played who, but you know, it was like they all talk like you know, the one did Burton and one did Richard Harris,
great.
and they're just it's
they
all
were
about
all
medievally
brilliant.
kind of.
They were brilliant.
Yes,
those guys, absolutely. Yeah, I didn't know who they were. And Rob's
he
like,
keeps talking over him.
So he arranged to have a crate of VHS tapes sent to England.
Sure.
And on PAL, mind you, because a different system. So I could watch them in my trailer. And I was like, this is... Waiting for it to shoot suddenly became actually like, hold on.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, you can see. I mean, they were all brilliant.
Brilliant.
But you see that, like, all these years later, Catherine O'Hara, Marty, Levy, they're still, and just went on to be bigger stars. I mean, I saw Martin last week, and you know, he's a straight up A-lister now.
They're all amazing. I was.
So now, like, all the films, all the TV shows are with these actors who had just got done sitting in their trailer, and they've just been on their social media watching stuff, and they're like, we're ready for you. He's like, get like 15 more minutes. I gotta finish this. I mean, I want my actors to, like, be in solitary confinement. The first time that they speak is right when they say action. I want that energy preserved for film.
I was blown away. And of course, Rob's like, did I tell you right? I'm like, this is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, I don't know how we got onto that about the British actors, but you being a British actor, I guess you have to take some responsibility.
Carry the weight.
But you never had a drug problem, a drinking problem?
No. No? I mean...
Why?
Because I honestly, Al kind of made me...
Oh, geez, back to Al. This was really
Sorry, ouch, my foot.
This was really an important moment in
your
life.
Well, it was for me.
I see.
Yeah, I mean, I had Al Pacino.
It's amazing.
Basically,
the power of celebrity. It's a little...
Here we go.
Christy, you know, the way he could heal the lepers or whatever. Because, like, some of that, like, I'm an atheist, I don't believe any of that. But like, we do know that the power of the mind to affect actual health is real.
Yeah, no question.
I mean, we don't quantify it. It's not something.
No, I believe in that completely.
No, it's true, because before, like, 200 years ago, that's all we had.
Sure.
Was the placebo effect.
Sure.
Because they do studies now with placebos, and they very often work as well.
Sure.
If you think.
So Bill Maher is describing God right now. Bill Maher believes in God.
Think you're getting better?
Yeah.
You get better.
Sure.
Oh, I forgot why I started talking about that. It was so interesting to me. What were you talking about? Hey, I'm the one who's stoned.
All right, so what's happening? What is that? He just, like, looks at him like, I have no idea, man.
You asked me if I did Al Pacino. He basically forced me to really re-examine my career and where I was mentally, physically, spiritually, everything. And when I started working with his mentor, that meant a lot to me. He was sharing his teacher with me, yeah? And I didn't take that lightly. That's a huge responsibility. And of course, I was early for every class, Bill. You know, I just couldn't wait.
I know what I was talking about. The power of celebrity. The power, it's almost Christ-like, the way.
Oh my God, he's just like, Bill just shuts it down every time. It's like, yeah. Okay, what were you saying? I remember what I was saying. Like, doesn't care.
People revere celebrities so much. I've done it myself.
Sure.
You know, I mean, I've healed marriages. You know, like if I say, like you just command so much respect, you can be like, look, you two, you love each
That's
other.
funny.
And like they
That's
wouldn't
funny.
do that for
That's
like
funny.
a civilian.
Wow.
But a celebrity, and like,
He's doing that a lot too. Like he'll kind of get up and really point.
he did that for marriages.
Okay. I mean that's almost a Norman nudge right there. It's like what is he doing? Got a little Tom York hand. Radiohead. Little tiny arms. Look at he's like, what are you doing? Insane. But this is Tequila Bill in his Tom York hands. And Elon too.
You know, like if I say, like you just command so much respect, you can be like, look, you two, you love each
That's
other.
funny.
And like they
That's
wouldn't
funny.
do that for
That's
like
funny.
a civilian.
Wow.
But a celebrity,
Wow.
and like,
And he's always like, wow, that's funny. Thank you. Thank you. That's funny. Wow.
he did that for you.
He did
Like
that for me.
it's just like there is this
Basically.
this
Yeah, you're
power
right.
that
Well,
comes from. I mean,
But he
people
earned it.
give it to
No,
us. We don't
but
deserve
he,
it.
He earned it, Al. This is a guy, as you mentioned earlier,
I
who
mean,
takes his career very seriously,
Yeah, but
right? He does. He always delivers a great
yeah,
performance.
he earned
right?
it as an artist. I don't know if that rivals, to me, people who achieve things that are of practical value. You know, I don't think it rivals like what Obama did or George Washington.
Right. No,
you
no,
know,
for sure.
People like that, or people who invented things that changed our whole world.
No
For
question.
the better,
No
sometimes
question.
for the worse.
No question. You know, we're not.
He's just destroying this one event that he hinged his whole career and life, and even him being right here, he attributes to this single event that Bill Maher is just with just a little wisp is just dismantling right before his very eyes. He's like, well, yeah, oh, yeah, I guess, yeah, I guess that was just kind of this one event. Okay.
Right. No,
You
no,
know,
for sure.
People like that, or people who invented things that changed our whole world.
No
For the
question.
better,
No
sometimes for the
question.
worse.
No question. You know, we're not curing cancer or, you know, anything like that. But there is something to, if you're meeting a young actor, an impressionable young actor who's
No,
having
for
a hard
you,
time. For me,
that was magic.
was
that
essentially
was
drifting,
That was,
right?
you know,
it was the curtain opening.
Yeah,
It was, you know, it was
well,
like,
it's healing the leper.
yeah, well,
And the leper, to my earlier digression, like I don't think you could cure leprosy, but there are
He wants to touch that leg.
where people have gotten better because the belief is so strong for some reason. Sometimes it is religion.
yeah,
You know,
sure.
you know about Christian Scientists?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, it's a great way to go to jail because if you're a parent with a child,
Cary
and you're a
looks
Christian
shattered,
Scientist,
yeah.
right, don't get the medical attention
attention.
because you actually believe Jesus is going to handle
Heal you,
this.
yeah.
Jesus, take the wheel, and
Right.
he
Oh,
doesn't.
Right.
He flakes.
Yeah.
Cary might be going through an existential crisis right now. Yeah, you did the eye. Thank you. Oh, we got him. We got him, folks. Thank you for reminding me. Oh, man. He does not want to hear it, so he closes his eyes because he thinks words are visible. But they're not. They're auditory. Words are auditory, but he thinks they're visible. Why you close your eyes? So that's old Cary not wanting to hear it.
Okay, well, it's a great way to go to jail because if you're a parent with a child and you're a Christian Scientist and you don't get the medical attention because you actually believe Jesus is going to handle this, Jesus take the wheel, and he doesn't.
Right.
He flakes.
Yeah.
Doesn't show up to help you out. They'll put you in jail because yes, you killed your kid.
Yeah.
For your belief.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of you know,
killed your kid.
Religion.
What?
Well, I'm more of a spiritual person. Organized religion to me has, I don't want to get into it here. I promised I wouldn't discuss politics or religion on your show. But for me, I have.
Really, that's the only thing that Bill Maher talks about. What are you talking about? He is known for his politics and Religulous, the documentary of that. The other freaky guy who wrote for Seinfeld. Man, those early Seinfelds, go back and watch that stuff, man. That is some black magic in there. And that's from that writer. There's some seriously, go back and watch the first season. Even the second season, that they were inserting some stuff in those shows. For sure. Because they'd be talking to me when I'm watching them, telling me to jump out windows. But here we are.
My own spirituality. And I don't need a church to pray, and I can pray anywhere. And so I'm not an atheist like you. I don't know, and I don't judge anyone. It's what works for the individual.
Absolutely.
And the writer, one of the head writers, was also writing Religulous, and was in the documentary. He was seen with Bill Maher there too. He talked a couple times. He had the glasses and long hair. Those early ones, or the ones, the Seinfeld where they had there was a guy wearing a cloak or something. I think it's based off of that writer. But anyway, yeah, check out those early seasons. It's obviously kind of rough a bit, just not really knowing the characters, but you'll hear some of these things, and there it was when it's almost like he was learning how he could tie in or interweave different storylines together. And when he was learning how to do that, there was some strange black magic stuff or something. I don't know. Weird energy. But I like season 3 and up. Or whatever. I don't know. It's all good. Check it out.
Yeah. And by the way, people think atheists care a lot more about the subject than we do.
Oh, he's slurring.
Really, we just don't give a shit.
It's hilarious.
Okay, the gay innuendos and the yelling is going to start. He's slurring now. Okay, so this tequila that he's drinking is knocking them off. It's keister every episode. And he's not smoking joints anymore. Okay, he's doing edibles, so he's just couch locked. No energy. Yeah, we got to get him a different vice.
No, it's true. Like,
That's great.
I was singing some songs at my birthday party the other night, and like one of them had some, religious-y and I said to the people, like, just because I'm singing these words, I don't give a shit.
Right.
My Sweet Lord by George Harrison. I love
One of
the
the great,
song,
great
and I'll
spiritual
sing
songs.
along. I don't believe that.
Right.
I'm not. It's like My Sweet Lord. Can't wait to see you. That's not me.
For sure.
But the song is good.
Yeah.
Mostly we don't care. We just we're not dogmatic about like there definitely is no God. It could be anything. Plainly, there's something other than just whatever.
Here you go.
Because we're here.
Right.
And is it all a dream? Is it is it the Matrix and we're not really living it, or is there a alternative universe like this on another planet? Are there other planets? How did it all begin? What was before the Big Bang? I mean, I could give you a million questions that nobody can even come close to answering. Atheists are just people who go, yeah, so we don't give a shit. And the rest of you are like, no, I think I know.
Yeah.
I think I know. I think I know what it is. And I think I know who it is. And I think what happens is reincarnation. I think what happens is you.
I don't know. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. If you do have the answer to that, you need to share it with all of us. No, I just believe in I believe there is a God.
He's talking religion.
I don't know if it's a male.
All right, he's talking. He said he wouldn't talk religion or politics, and now he's talking religion. Okay.
Or female, I don't know. I've never met him. I'm just saying.
If there is even such a concept as a God, it must be so beyond male and female, right?
No, 100%. I agree, and no one has the answers.
There you go.
I know. I don't pretend I do. I'm not
Bill does.
omnipotent. None of us are. I just like the idea of. Here's an example. When I stumble and fall,
we don't need
I
one.
find myself on my knees.
Physically.
No, mentally, spiritually. When I stumble and fall,
he's waxing
sometimes I
poetic.
find myself on my knees, and then I'm in a good position to pray. That's just me.
Yeah.
Right? And it's helped me. I'm not saying it's right or wrong or should be for you or someone else. I'm saying for me,
I totally
in moments
of
crisis, I've found that having that connection is helpful for me.
I have no issue with this.
No, I know. I know you were saying you just don't care.
You know what my issue with this, and it's positive, is I'm thrilled that anybody on this earth has something that makes them not be a total fucking nut. Dangerous.
Okay, and we have contact, folks. As painful as this exchange looks, Bill Maher has been thinking about it since the beginning of time. Now, I've never seen an exchange, a handshake. I've never seen anything like this before in my life. That looks a little sick, actually. It looks like Bill Maher is being suggestive. So you can't just shake his hand, or it's gotta go with that. So There you have it. He's been waiting for this moment since the beginning of the
fucking nut.
interview. Bill Maher.
Dangerous.
Oh.
Dangerous, violent.
That's hilarious.
Conspiracy theory.
Sure.
Like anything that
That's
keeps
hilarious.
you calm.
Yeah, sure. Anything.
I'm
Meditation.
so down with it. I'll even go fund it. Violent.
Let's back it up here.
Dangerous, violent.
That's hilarious.
Conspiracy theory.
Sure.
Like anything that
That's
keeps
hilarious.
you calm.
Yeah, sure. Anything.
I'm
Meditation.
so down with it. I'll even go fund it.
I love it.
But
it's a form of meditation.
Great.
Right?
I can't do that either. I've tried.
They're almost one and the same thing, if you think about it. Right? No?
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, don't get mad at me, but I'm going to quote my friend Sam Harris because it always makes me laugh.
Go.
He says, if you got your hair dryer out and you said you were speaking into it, and when you were speaking into it, you were communicating with this being in outer space, they would take you to the mental institution. But take away the hair dryer and you're praying.
That's funny. That's funny.
And it's good that you can admit that it's funny.
No, it has to be.
And also, who knows who's right? Nobody. And maybe they do.
He is sloshed.
But I would use the hairdryer. No. But,
plus, you sound funnier when you're talking.
Yeah. But no one knows the answer. And I also will admit this. Sometimes there are things that are coincidental.
Yes.
That make even a skeptic like me go, well, that was weird.
Right? For sure.
For sure.
We don't have the answers. We don't know. That's the great unknown. We don't know.
And there does seem to be some level of a channel where people are picking up a radio station that most of us don't pick up with our five senses. That does seem to be a little extra. I mean, I keep talking to magicians. I keep running into magicians for some reason these days.
Really?
I don't know what that means.
You spending time at the Magic Castle?
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. It's just happening to me.
Right.
I can only imagine what the psychiatrist would say if I had one, which I don't. I'd rather go to a magician.
That's hilarious.
But you ever leave a doctor's appointment?
Okay. Yeah. It seems like the interview is going to get somewhere, or this whole thing kind of gets, but it doesn't quite get anywhere.
I want to know, because I certainly have seen things that magicians do nowadays that seem to be crossing the line from magic into sort of telepathy.
Metaphysical.
And it's like, it just seems impossible that they could do this, and yet the reason why I'm skeptical is because they do other things that are just pure magic, and I can't imagine how they can do that to me. I mean, I'm literally holding the thing in my hand, and when I open it up, now it's a bunch of, pigeon shit or something. Whatever they're doing, it's like, oh my God, like how could you possibly have done that?
Right.
So I wonder, but again, just don't know.
We don't know.
And I think the atheist view is like you only give yourself gray hairs trying to figure it out. So just be a decent person for the sake of it, not because there's, the Catholicism, which is I was raised in, is very, you too?
Yeah.
Very big on scaring you.
Yeah.
About if you don't, this will happen.
Yeah, this is, purgatory. Not a great thing.
Purgatory would be that'd be a relief from at least you're not in
damnation,
hell.
Eternal damnation.
Purgatory is like
I know, but you're on your way to
the middle.
I know, but still,
what is purgatory like? Like I know what hell is like.
I don't know.
A devil hot poking you with a.
Haven't been there.
I know, but like we have a. No, but I'm just saying, like people have a mental picture of hell. Like you're in. It's fucking hot. It's the flames.
Right.
The devil is poking you with his pitchfork. It's just pain.
Right.
Like internally. And heaven, we know that. Cloud, God, whatever. Whenever somebody dies, they do a cartoon of him, and they're like doing the thing in heaven that they did on earth. Like Bob Hope is up in heaven with a golf club.
Right.
Okay, so I know what heaven is, and I know what hell is. What's purgatory?
I think purgatory, the idea is that you're on your way.
I know the idea.
Right. Dude, honestly, I didn't pay much attention to Sunday school. That was the thing for me. There was so much mythology attached to it that I was like, you had me lost on the third Sunday school class. You know what I mean?
I don't know if you want to get involved with me on a business level, but I'm telling you, I think purgatory is wide open. Series, epic movie. I'm thinking Ridley Scott.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I see you.
I've worked in some shows that seemed like purgatory. Yeah, they really did.
No, I think we need a guy just like you. You're the right age to run purgatory.
Okay.
You're neither a good guy nor a bad guy. Because you're in purgatory.
Oh, did I miss something?
That's excellent.
And it's about the dichotomy.
Sure.
I'm thinking Al Pacino.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Too funny.
As the OG purgatory dude.
This whole interview is like this. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's funny. Hilarious. Yes. And Bill's just gushing. Now he's going. Looks full Korean right now. When he gets really drunk, he goes Asian. And I mean that within the eyes. He gets all squinty.
Right. Oliver Reed is in there somewhere.
Well, we wish.
I know.
Al could still do it.
Yeah.
Not so much Oliver Reed.
No. This is the strangest conversation I've had with anybody in a long time. It's riveting.
Yeah, that's what I just said. It's like, what is this?
I keep telling people Club Random is not like the other podcasts, and they just won't listen to me. I mean, I don't know what I have to do. I'm doing it.
No, it's great. It's great.
Getting high and talking to somebody I like.
Oh, thank you.
No.
And I just don't ever.
Okay, so he's saying he's getting high, but I don't see him smoking. All I see him do is drinking. So he's like, I'm just getting high. Like, are you getting drunk? You might be on edibles. I think that's what's happening. And he's just getting a little comfy, a little too comfy. And when he was smoking, it wasn't like that.
Want to like have an agenda. It's like it would be as ridiculous for me to do this show with an agenda, which again the other shows do, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It's what we watched on TV for 70 years. Talk shows. You have a card. You have questions. But it's like if I went out to dinner with you, which I would love to sometime. Yeah. Like if I showed up with a card. Before we order, Cary, I understand that your new project
is hilarious.
But actually, you know what? Hilarious. What is your new project? Maybe we should be plugging something.
Okay.
So here he is. Bill Maher's going to try to find a way to have dinner with Cary. And maybe we can, work on something here. Make it be an angel investor. Just as long as I can have dinner with you once a week.
Stranger Things?
No.
Are you plugging that? That's over.
Been there, done that.
Okay.
But I did work with somebody I worked with.
Dead Man's Wire. We
Dead
want
Man's
to plug
Wire
that.
And Dacre
I'm a
Montgomery.
professional too. Not just a pothead. Although I'm going to have a pot.
Okay.
Great.
Actually, Bill Skarsgård is the lead. He plays this guy called Tony Kuritzis. He's great.
So he's the son of
Stellan.
The best.
The best.
I was at the Golden Globe Sunday.
Okay.
And when he won, I was like, fuck, I have a chance.
He's great.
This woke town, I can't believe they nominated me. I can't believe that.
It's hilarious.
But if they gave one to Stellan Skarsgård, Stellan, even he won it.
Yeah.
And then the kid from the British show, the genius show that on Netflix, Adolescence.
Yeah, great.
They gave it to
He's amazing.
Skellen, and they gave it to a kid.
Yeah, it's great.
Anybody could win this thing, and then I didn't.
Anyway, so it's called Dead Man's Wires, directed by Gus Van Sant, who you had on the show.
Yeah.
And it's based on a true story about a kidnapping that took place in Indianapolis in 1977. And Bill plays this guy. Real story, which I didn't even know about.
I didn't either.
Bill plays this guy called Tony Karitzis, who believes that his mortgage broker has screwed him over. So he decides to take matters into his own hands and kidnaps his broker and holds him hostage in a police standoff for 63 hours and ends up airing all his grievances on live TV. I
mean, it's a very apropos movie, even though it's about the 70s, for an era that we live in now, where income inequality is such a big issue and people are fed up with, I mean, what is the big issue now? They call it now affordability.
Right.
That's the new word.
Right.
Which, I mean, it was always a word and it was always valid, but right now it's like the thing, affordability, and just people having the idea that everybody is ripping us off, and somehow, like, half the country can, afford Taylor Swift tickets, and, half the country is working 3 jobs.
Right.
So in that atmosphere, this thing that happened in the 70s, very timely.
Very timely.
Very
timely.
So I thought it really resonated.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, it's very much like a 70s film. Gus wanted to shoot it like Dog Day Afternoon and French Connection. He wanted to give it that gritty feel to it. So it's really a film. It's not a movie. It's more like cinema. And it was, we're very proud of it. Al Pacino is in it. He plays the guy who's the owner of the mortgage broker.
That must have been a nice full circle.
It was. It was a nice Easter egg for me, definitely.
No, but like, you didn't have any scenes together?
No, but I came and I went showed up when he worked.
But and you reminded him of what happened?
I don't have to. I mean, Al's a very important part of my life. It's
Right.
It's not
so you kept up from that point on?
Changed my life.
No, I thought it may have just been that.
Changed it.
Yeah, I know that, but then maybe you just...
No, I'm not that kind of fly-by-night kind of guy like, gee, thanks, Al.
Well,
see you when I see you. When someone like that kind of, as you say, cures your leprosy.
Yeah, but
So Cary began to stalk Al Pacino after he was like, oh, yeah, well... yeah, you should probably take some lessons. Okay. Well, good to meet you. You're an actor? Oh, okay. I would say take some classes. But I'm just gonna get back to my lunch here. What? Oh. Sure. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Barry, was it? Oh, Cary. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure that name will work for you. Who is that? Yeah. Like that was his interaction. But according to Cary, it's like, whoa, Al Pacino said that I should go to the school that he went to. And it's like, oh, okay. And then Bill's like, oh, it must have been nice to have Al Pacino in a movie now. Well, yeah, it's nice. It's like, you keep up with him? Yeah, well, of course well, how's Bill supposed to know that you keep up with Al Pacino? And what are you doing keeping up with Al Pacino? So, he changed my life. Oh, okay. Well, does that give you a reason to stalk him?
Kind of, as you say, cures your leprosy. When someone see you when I see you, by night kind of guy like, gee, thanks.
that, but then maybe you. No, I thought it may have just been from that point on.
Changed my life, part of my life. It's like, you know,
right. It happens.
I don't have to. I mean, you know, showed up when he worked.
But and you reminded him of what happened?
I don't have to. I mean, you know, Al's a very important part of my life. It's like, you know.
Okay. We need to do a check on Al Pacino, make sure he's not tied up in this guy's basement. It's a very important part of my life. I put the lotion on the skin every evening. Cary, come back to us. Oh, man.
Right. So you kept up from that point on.
Changed my life. Changed my life.
No, I thought it may have just been that.
No, changed it. Changed it.
Yeah, I know that, but then maybe you just.
No, I'm not that kind of fly-by-night kind of guy like, gee, thanks, Al. Well, see you when I see you. You know.
Cary's a clinger.
You know,
Oh, Cary's a close-eyed clinger. It's like, no, Al Pacino, I'm not going to just let you live your life. You've changed my life, and now I must change yours.
I mean, you know, when someone like that kind of, as you say, cures your leprosy.
Yeah, but if Bob Dylan did it for you, I mean, like,
well,
I just
good luck trying to reach Bob Dylan.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
it could have been one of those situations.
Could have been.
Like, I don't see Bob like sending Christmas cards.
No, but like I said, he, as you said earlier, he's a very generous person by nature.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Well, he must be very proud of you. It's like he created this thing, and you went on to like all this success, and that's a nice show business.
I mean, he is one of my heroes.
Yeah.
Like I said, I grew up watching his work. I remember seeing Dog Day Afternoon when I was a kid.
We gotta quit growing up and wanting to do the things that it's like architects say. Man, I played with Legos ever since I was a kid, and I knew I wanted to be an architect. Grow up. Do something an adult would want to do. Oh, hey, I watched them as a kid. Well, watch something as an adult, and then do something as an adult.
Watching his work, I remember seeing Doc is one of my heroes.
Yeah.
Like I said, I grew up watching his work. I remember seeing Dog Day Afternoon when I was a kid, and I became obsessed with Sidney Lumet, but also with him. I mean, he did that. He did Serpico. He does Godfather, and then Scarface later. I mean, everything after each one, it's like no net. You know, it's incredible.
No, that's a part Laurence Olivier could have done, because it's operatic. It calls for over the top. That's what makes it great.
You can take me here, there. It doesn't matter.
Say hello.
There's nothing you can do to me that Castro has not already done.
Say hello to the bad guy.
You're sensing Cary's irritation.
Yeah, that'd be a funny sketch.
Yeah, it would be very funny as Olivier.
But it is. It's over the top, and it's supposed to be over the top. It's Brian De Palma,
right?
And it's.
Al stays in character. He's very much a guy who stays. That's what part of his training, and so he is that guy on and off camera.
But the resonance that movie has, have had with succeeding generations.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I saw a stripper with a tattoo of Scarface on her leg.
You sure it was her leg?
I'm not sure it was a stripper. No, yes. I mean, kids of all ages, they look up to Scarface.
No, it became...
I don't know if that's a good thing.
No, it became... You go down to South Beach today.
Anywhere.
You know, which is where all of that shooting scenes took place, right? It's like you can't recognize it today. You know, I watch people getting searched for weapons going into restaurants. I'm like, okay, this is definitely, Miami Beach has definitely changed over the years.
You go there a lot?
No, I was shooting a series there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I like Miami.
I love it.
I couldn't live there.
No.
It's like Vegas with a beach, right? It's
Yeah,
just too much.
It's too much now. It's too much.
Well, too much for us.
Yeah.
You know, if you're 20, I guess.
Right.
But I love it that there's a
great vibe to it, great energy, different. I love all the food. I love all the culture. I love all of that.
Good that
But
there's
the late night stuff it's a lot.
There's a city in America that's not an American city.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if.
I mean, they will look at you cross if you speak English instead of Spanish.
Right.
It's like,
hello. I think that's what makes it interesting, is that you have, you know, people from Colombia, from Puerto Rico. I went to see, right?
From every Spanish-speaking place in the world.
True. No, really.
No, it's true.
And
it
they
is true.
all have different.
Well, it just gives the
on.
city a different feel, which is a good feel if you like La Dolce Vita.
Sure.
You know, I mean, there's just a certain
Puerto Rico.
I don't know, joie de vivre in you know, Carnival. And,
Yeah.
You know, there's things that go on in the Southern Hemisphere that don't go on with us cold whiteys.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's nice to have a place like that has that vibe.
It really is. It really is.
But it is, you know, it is for 24-hour party people. I mean,
it certainly is that. And I'm not that person.
No.
So I need to get a room high in the hotel so I don't hear the nightclub thumping all night on the second floor. That's that, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because I got a 4 a.m. call time, and you know, that's just about when it starts up.
And kids? Do you have kids that are with you?
I do.
That are
we have
young
one
enough
daughter.
to be with you on the road?
I try to always bring my family with me, Bill.
You do?
Try to, yeah. It makes me feel more relaxed, actually, to have them around.
Yeah, well, it's family. I mean, if you have one, you might as well.
I'm all about my family.
Really?
All about my family.
And were you always that way, like before you had a family, wanting that?
Yeah.
Really?
Because, you know.
How old were you when you got married?
Oh, God. We've been.
As he's pointing a gun to his face, it's like, yeah, I've always.
I mean, if you have one, you might as well.
I'm all about my family.
Really?
All about my family.
And were you always that way, like before you had a family, wanting that?
Yeah.
Really?
Because, you know.
How old were you when you got married?
Oh, God. We've been together over 30 years. But here's the deal. I knew that the life of an actor is sort of a vagabond. You live out of a suitcase. You go, you know, pack up, and you have to be ready to split at a moment's notice. And oftentimes, you're away from home for long periods of time, yeah? And I knew that if I had a family, I always wanted one, that I didn't want to be that dad who wasn't there and missed the play or the recital or the hockey game or the birthday.
You can't see the recital.
Yeah, it's so generic. All these cliches. Didn't want to be the dad that wasn't there for the games. You should be too busy to go to your kids' things, okay? If my parents went to all mine, I would wonder what's wrong with them. Like, don't you have something to do?
On the road.
No, that's what I'm saying. If they weren't in school, right, and I happen to be working, otherwise I would fly home and be with them every weekend if I could.
Really?
Oh yeah.
From anywhere.
Anywhere. Well, if I'm not in Thailand.
Right.
But,
right.
You know,
right. Anywhere,
within reason.
of course.
Yeah?
He's a clinger.
But yeah, I would either make
Gary's
sure I could be home to be with them on a weekend, because then I would, you know, hopefully I can catch a late night flight on a Sunday and be ready for work on Monday. But if the kid's out of school, then all bets are off and they come with me and that's it. Yeah.
I guess I just don't understand children never having had them.
Right.
So it's
the greatest thing.
But I certainly have known enough human beings to know that I'm in the minority.
It's okay.
And that it's totally okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not apologizing for it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it is so interesting, humans, to me, that we can be so different. Like, to me, nothing. I've said this before, like people say, if you have a kid, you'll love it. I would be the first person to look in the basket and go, still nothing.
That's hilarious.
That's
hilarious.
I don't think I didn't like them when I was a kid.
Right.
But I certainly recognize that the majority of humanity has this level of love and devotion, and I'll do anything. That I just, it's just not in my DNA.
No, sure.
And who knows? Maybe I'll get to purgatory, and they'll take me aside and hit me to a lot of stuff, and I'll find out, wow, your big sin was you never had the love that you feel when you have a child, and so you have to be here in purgatory. When you get that, then maybe we'll send you off to heaven. I'm making this up, but but it is a love that I just don't understand, and I know how real it is because I see how it manifests. How does it manifest? I'm going home every weekend. That's reality to me. Like, you can bullshit me, not you particularly, but anybody can bullshit. Anybody can say anything. Actions speak. People do things like that. They just do things. Do. That I respect. That I think is real.
Thank you.
When you do something.
Thank you.
And they just, but the idea that I would have to juggle my life and these squalling, mewling brats who want every minute of my attention and are giving me nothing back.
That's hilarious.
Except their cuteness or whatever. Right. So this future belief.
It's hilarious.
Which always makes me think of Nikki Glaser's great line, we love kids, but why? It's just going to grow up to be some guy named Doug. Isn't that the greatest joke?
That's excellent. Who said that?
Nikki Glaser.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
It is.
No, she's the best production I'll ever do.
How old?
She's 8.
To the what?
Yeah.
That's very funny.
It is.
No, she's the best production I'll ever do.
How old?
She's 18.
Oh,
she blew the budget for wardrobe and hair within the first 10 years. But the dailies look great, Bill. Dailies look great.
Does she have to always deal with people asking about her famous father? Is that like...
she's actually very cool about it because she got bit by the bug and she wants to act. And she said, I don't want to be a regular Nepo baby. I want to go, where did you study?
Well,
I told
too
her.
late.
I said, I studied at the Lee Strasberg Institute. She said, do they have a school here in LA? I go, I think they do. She went and auditioned. She got in at 11 and started learning the method. Then she got bored of that after a couple of years, and she said, I want to learn improv. I said, I'm just getting warmed up to improv myself. And she goes, I'm not going to wait that long, Dad. And she went off and joined the Groundlings.
Oh, wow.
So
that's as good as you can do with
She's
improv.
Great. She's a good kid, very smart, got a good head on her shoulders.
I feel like improv is a great training. As far as me wanting to watch it actually itself,
right?
Never. It always looked like a magic trick to me, like, okay, where's the there? I get it, it's fast.
Right.
But that doesn't mean it's great. Sometimes. But the people who are trained in it go on to be, all the cast of SNL, who then go on to be all our comic movie stars for good reason. They do it the best.
Phil Hartman,
Will Ferrell, Kristen Wiig. Tina Fey could go on for.
Yeah.
The factory that place has been
amazing.
for terrific comic actors.
Amazing.
So they're people think the movie business is a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, it is. They also are basically putting out the best product we have. Why? Because that's what will make them money.
100%. And hopefully, if you
I'm
do
a
something...
fan of movies. I'm not a fan of the shitty write-ups they get from critics. Like, fuck you. Why are you doing this as a job if you don't like movies?
I stopped reading reviews a long time ago. I can watch, if I happen to be at the premiere, which I often am asked to do, I'm my own worst critic. I'll watch that. I'll see all my mistakes and go, oh, God, really?
Because they did it after lunch. had gotten to you
That's
at 9
hilarious, Bill.
a.m.,
That's
you'd
hilarious.
be like, this is
That
the
is
great.
hilarious. Yeah, should have been before lunch.
It was the
No,
meatballs and spaghetti.
no, but it's all of it. I can only see my mistakes, so that's why I can't watch myself after one time. That's it. I see it and it's done. So I don't need to read some guy who, first of all, he feels like his review is valid by giving away the entire plot for a page. Like that's a review, right?
Yeah,
Anyway.
Okay, the trailer's going to do that
Right.
before he gets to
right,
it.
but they think that it can take up some space by telling the entire story of the movie.
That doesn't bother me. Like when people say spoiler alert, I always say, go ahead.
No, but some of them don't. Anyway, my point being is that kids don't really read reviews anyway. They get word of mouth.
People don't.
No, but yeah, on the whole.
What are we on the subway reading USA Today in 1995? No, who's reading reviews of movies? I mean, Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah. That's what people go by. And we don't go by a review of it. It's just a number. Well,
the great reviewers of old, right? Susan Sontag or Kenneth Tynan, right?
Didn't review movies.
No, but Kenneth did theater, but Sontag was one of the great reviewers of all time.
Of movies?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. But she was an intellectual, and she understood.
Pauline Kael. Excuse me,
Sorry.
Slimy.
Kale. You could be right. Kale, I thought was a vegetable. Anyway,
you know what?
But she was amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, she was right, but she reviewed movies. I don't remember that about Susan Sontag.
Maybe I could be wrong about Susan. Maybe she just wrote film theory. But anyway, you're right. Pauline understood film.
No, there were some who did.
Who really got it.
Yeah. And, I think a lot of it now just becomes the reviewer.
Sure.
Showing off, flexing. Yeah. Look at how, okay, it's one thing to say, this is not my cup of tea, this movie.
Right.
But to use 3 columns to basically show how clever you are with language, to shit on this movie 100 times. I mean, it's like, I get it. It's more about you. But I thought critics were really there to service the reader.
Yeah.
Service the reader. I'm just looking for you because I didn't see the movie.
Right.
And I feel like they used to do that. I would read a review of Stallone's latest, and I'd be like, you know what? Not my cup of tea, but if you like a kick-ass movie, it's actually good for this and this and this. And that's, because I do sometimes just want to watch a kick-ass movie.
It's damn straight. No, it's true. No, you're right. It's tough. I think it's tough for critics now. I think you're right. Not a lot of people really.
What about a John Wick-like franchise for you?
Oh, it's so tough for the critics.
I can open the game to anything.
Really?
Well, within reason. Yeah, go on.
An erudite British guy kicking ass might be a good new way to go with that.
Might be.
Because usually, it's some, not that he's a Neanderthal, but a big hulking guy like Liam Neeson.
Right. Keanu is great, by the way.
Yeah.
Right. He's a terrific actor and a lovely human being, just terrific. And he's great in that franchise. Just amazing.
I like him. I can't watch any movies that are 90% just guys killing.
It's just, I know.
I mean,
if it has a good plot to it, I would definitely, or a good character development, then that would interest me.
It stretches the bounds of credulity so far.
Keanu Reeves has it in his contract where, because this goes back to the silent film idea. Okay, if you want to revitalize Hollywood, start making silent films. Now, Keanu Reeves, in his franchise, the John Wick guy, he has it that he tries to have the least amount of words, and they have to pay him more for every word that they put in over their initial quota. So let's say it's 500 words they agree on. Well, basically, Keanu will give you 500 free words, and if the script exceeds that, then you have to pay them per word. And that way it's all action. It's no subtext or anything like that.
Right.
I mean, I remember when it was a big thing when the hero could like defeat like 3 guys coming at him.
Right.
But 300?
Yeah. No, it gets to be.
I can't.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Yeah.
I understand suspension of belief.
For sure.
I don't think about the ghosts and
Well,
Hamlet.
Rambo, no one could kick Rambo's ass, right? He killed anybody who got in his way.
Yes.
Right?
But
so
as
it
I
was more
say,
than 3.
You know, the ghosts in Hamlet.
Right.
Do I really believe in ghosts? No.
No.
Oh, if we could only get Bill Maher to like things, like Bill Maher's shtick is to not like things. So of course he's not gonna like John Wick.
Yeah.
But not 300 ghosts.
That's hilarious. Hilarious.
Hamlet doesn't kill 300 of them.
It's hilarious.
I mean,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah.
Just
No, it's a lot. It's a lot. I think that audiences are
But good for him.
Like I said, Keanu has turned that franchise into something phenomenal. And he's a wonderful actor. Wonderful.
Well, I'm happy for him because it gives him now the freedom to do meaningful work.
Yeah. I think that's the point, too. I
never met him. He seems like a sweet guy.
Terrific guy.
But if he ever said to me, John Wick, I feel...
Bill Maher, let's see you just get tossed on the floor and get up, and he's doing a lot of work. It might not be what you like, but you for sure wouldn't be able to do one scene that they're doing. So what you talking about?
Is very profound. I'd be like, oh, well, I'm sorry, I can't like you as much.
Right.
But I don't think he would say that.
No.
I think he would say it's entertainment. People want to be entertained. This is what their taste is. Now, can you go after him for glorifying violence? Yes. Yes. I remember doing an editorial on my show after the Uvalde thing and saying, well, guns, is that part of the equation? Of course. But let's not pretend that Hollywood glorifying guns, and we showed montages of people looking slow motion, so cool, firing guns endlessly.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend that going into the minds of kids at a rate of, they have stats on this, like 10,000 images a year or something. Let's not forget that that's also a big part of
video games,
Okay, yes.
They have a lot.
It's a big part of the equation.
It is. Well, violence is somehow part of the culture.
But again, like I was saying before, realism in the 30s and 40s when you got shot, no blood,
right,
no gore,
right.
It was just indicating this is what happens to you when you commit adultery,
right.
or whatever it was that they remember the production code.
Sure, the Hays Code.
The Hays Code, right?
Yeah.
Hayes was the guy?
He was the guy. He was the censor. But I think our industry has made a lot of money out of people grabbing a weapon and getting rid of the bad guys. It's the supermensch versus the...
Yeah.
Right? And so people...
There you go.
Better or I can't judge people, but people like to see that. I personally can't watch too much violence unless by the way, let me preface that by saying unless it services the story and the character. If it's not gratuitous, I'm okay with it.
I wouldn't take a frame out of Goodfellas.
Right. Not one.
Or Clockwork Orange.
No, not one.
Violence is a big part of life.
And by the way,
or 1917.
Kubrick, when that movie came out, kids were going around dressing up as the characters from Clockwork and going around and beating people up. And he pulled the film.
Wow.
He pulled it.
Really?
He pulled it, saying, I don't want my film to be responsible for anyone being harmed. And I thought that showed enormous character
I
on his
don't.
part. No, by
You
pulling...
can't. I don't. You cannot give in to that. You
No, but
cannot
it was
say.
the front page of the papers, Bill.
Front page of the papers, Bill. It was a hot scoop. Yeah, crisis actors. You don't understand, Bill. People dressed up as the characters. Right. Did you see what happened to the whole world after Joker came out? Everyone was wearing a mask. There was a pandemic. People were going crazy. Riots and everything.
Where people were being...
I don't care if it's a 10-point headline on the front page of the papers.
Yeah.
It's the principle of the thing. Yes, idiots and borderline people will use art and depictions as a reason to commit heinous crimes.
Mm-hmm.
We can't.
Yeah, like what's his name? What? Oh my God, who slapped Chris Rock? I've deleted him from my memory. Will Smith. So Will Smith was like in character and then assaulted somebody. Yeah, that's okay. 'Cause he's...
cancel art.
No.
For that reason.
No, I get it. I think it was more than
Clockwork
one.
Orange should not have canceled one showing.
No.
That is not the answer to that, in my view.
No, I hear you. I think that I think it was more than one incident. So I think there was a feeling of like maybe this is catching on. I could be wrong. Look, I get what you're saying.
If you're talking about a direct incitement, yes,
Yeah.
and that is prescribed by the First Amendment. I mean, we don't have absolute free speech. You can't do that. You can't, famously fire in a crowded theater, and you can't incite people to riot that directly.
Yeah, it might have been like a whole psyop to even get Kubrick to take down his films or something. Or maybe he wanted his films to be taken down, and so he hired people to dress up like the characters and was like, "See, we got to take this film down." It's yeah, you only wanted reserved for a small amount of people to see.
I mean, England had a Muslim preacher who was basically calling for the overthrow of the government.
Right.
And they put up with it for a while. On one, oh no, maybe that was the guy that Obama killed.
So basically Antifa?
I forget his name.
How do we get to this?
Chaudhry. Yes. He was, and they...
So basically all the people who protest the ICE and Antifa. That's basically what you're talking about too.
Oh no, maybe that was the guy that Obama killed with a drone. I forget his name.
How do we get to this?
Chaudhry. Yes. He was, and they eventually said, no, you're going to jail.
Right.
I mean, you are directly inciting people. Clockwork Orange isn't directly inciting people.
You're talking about one of my favorite movies. Okay.
No,
I consider Kubrick like one of the great filmmakers. Yeah, we're not. He felt that somehow it was sparking some...
Well, I'd like to dig him up and yell at him.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, I mean, he then re-released it, obviously.
What did you think of Eyes Wide Shut, his last?
I think it was brilliant. To me, it was like a fever dream. You know?
Well, okay.
Go on.
See, lots of people don't like it.
Yeah.
I do.
Right.
Even though some of it is nutty.
Yeah.
Some of it is like are you kidding me?
No, yeah.
Or, you know,
No, for real. For
but
real.
it never bores me.
Never boring. That you can never accuse
The
Stanley
first half
Kubrick of being
hour
boring.
is like a whole different movie.
Yeah.
And then the fever dream starts.
Right.
But the first half hour is probably the best depiction of a relationship, certainly a serious relationship, marriage relationship, since Virginia Woolf.
No question about it.
It's Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise when they were really married.
Yeah.
And it's a half hour of them. They're at a party. They're married, but she's dancing with this guy, this older guy who's trying to fuck her, and he's getting attention from young girls. And they go home, and she wants to pick a fight about it, and he wants to get laid. He's horny, and she's just in the and it's
great.
The things that she taunts him with, and it's great. And then the fever dream starts, and then it is weird.
It's weird.
And it ends with something that is. Either Stanley was, I mean, he was near his demise.
Yeah.
Either he was going nuts or we were, but, you know, the whole orgy thing and then the way they kind of wrap it up by bringing in Sidney Pollack.
Right.
I think.
Right.
Because, you know, he kept them.
How can he think that this is, like, is he saying that it's outlandish? This isn't a classic one, is it? This is... Why is that so hard for him to believe?
Captive there, Nicole and Tom,
yeah,
for like 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
It was supposed to be like an 8-month shoot, and and what are you going to do? It's Stanley Kubrick, and you're the leads.
Yeah, no, he's never boring. They're never boring. They're always entertaining. They're always different. I mean, the thing is about Stanley is that his movies were events, right? Because he only made one a year, even if that.
No, not close
not even
to
close.
that.
It was like every 4 years or something like that, right? They were events, and you heard about it, you read about it. Like I would follow the periodical. Yeah, go on.
And one had nothing to do with the other.
None.
I mean,
none.
2001: A Space Odyssey is nothing like Barry Lyndon.
No, and Barry Lyndon, when it came along, I saw that in 70 millimeter when it came out, and it was immense, just immense. And he had done
2001.
No,
Barry
Lyndon.
Beautiful.
I love 2001.
Beautiful movie.
But beautiful film. And he had wanted to make Napoleon, a movie about Napoleon's life. And MGM, who just made a fortune off of him with 2001, bought the rights to a film called Waterloo with Rod Steiger, directed by Sergei Bondarchuk. And Bondarchuk had done great with War and Peace, right? And then he put out this film with Steiger as Napoleon, and it bombed. And MGM came to Stanley Kubrick and said, yeah, we did this behind your back. We're sorry, but we bought this film and it didn't do any business. So all bets. And they actually turned him down. He would have made the greatest. I've read the script. It's amazing. A Napoleon film about Napoleon's life.
Well, they just did it, and it was not good.
No. And anyway,
was that?
That wasn't Kubrick's script. Anyway, but point I'm trying to make is that he then took all that research, right, that he'd done for Napoleon, and shifted it onto Barry Lyndon, right? All of the ideas that he had from that time period, because he was going to do the whole life story of Napoleon. He just took that segment, right, of Thackeray and used all the research he had. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I don't think it was a popular movie. It's a little slow, but so's 2001. You know,
they're fine wines, but they're to be sipped.
The slow burn.
Not gulped.
Yeah, that's not my thing.
No,
I'm not. It's like.
Do you like Paths of Glory?
I'm glad yes, great
movie.
That's old school.
Old school.
That's before the Stanley Kubrick. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. I mean, I think Lolita's great. I think Dr. Strangelove is great.
Genius.
I think Full Metal Jacket.
Brilliant.
Is great. I love Eyes Wide Shut, even though it's weird. What am I leaving out? Oh, The Shining. Again, there are parts that are like, wow, you know, he tests your patience as just like a normal kind of audience.
But you can't
sometimes.
look away. You're never bored.
That's not true. I have been bored. I mean, absolutely. That is exactly what I am during a lot of 2001, is bored. I'm watching this wheel in space. It takes like 10 minutes, and I'm hearing da 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 da, and it's like, okay, I get it.
It's hilarious.
You know, it's so like, please, no, but you know, he's Stanley Kubrick, and it's and not all of it, and I mean, there's not a minute where I'm bored during Doctor Strangelove.
No.
I mean, it's just one funny skit after.
I recommend if when they're rebuilding the Cinerama Dome now, and they have 70 millimeter prints of all the great Kubrick films and other directors, if and when they reopen it, which I'm praying they do, it's a great theater. Go see 2001 as it was meant to be seen in Cinerama in 70 millimeter. I'm telling you, you'll have a different opinion of it.
If I was 50 years younger, I still wouldn't do it.
Really?
No, it's just
no.
It's
not your scene.
It's bad enough. I had to watch it.
Oh man, look at that! It's like, wow. Dude, that's the look. It's like, oh what? No, you're not gonna. It's not your thing.
If I was 50 years younger, I still wouldn't do it.
Really?
No, it's just
no. It's not your scene.
It's bad enough. I had to watch it at home while I was in the bathtub doing 10 other things. It was still boring. I am not going to go. You know what you'd have to do to get me to see that?
What?
You'd have to put the things from Clockwork Orange on my eyes.
That's hilarious.
Remember Clockwork Orange with the guy with another genius movie that doesn't bore for 1 second, Clockwork Orange.
Not 1 second.
But the amazing thing about him is that every movie is like from a completely different universe.
Completely different director, it seems.
A completely different director, right. Talk about not repeating yourself.
Never.
Talk about artist. Wow.
Amazing.
Stanley Kubrick.
Absolutely
Shout
amazing.
out to you.
Yeah, really.
Motherfucker. We are just like playing in this universe, which is boring.
No, I
the way
grew
you
up with that
depicted it.
as a kid. That when I first saw my first Stanley Kubrick film, I was like, okay, this guy is a true artist and really understands the language of cinema.
What movies have you seen lately that you're crazy about?
Well, I loved One Battle After Another. I think Paul Thomas Anderson is a wonderful director. I really do. I love Sinners.
I liked it.
Ryan Coogler is a phenomenal filmmaker.
I liked it. I'm never crazy about vampires.
No, me neither. But somehow
I would have loved it more
on.
as just a straight up movie about that era, that roadhouse.
Right.
But, you know, I get it. I'm 70, and that's not what they want, vampires, and they like mixing those genres, and you know, it had its reasons to do that, and it was a great movie. But that would be my taste. I mean, I love straight up historical.
Me too.
Stuff.
Look at my body of work. It's mainly history was my thing at school.
Well, me too.
So I thought.
What period were you most interested in?
Gosh. So funny enough, in England, you had to learn both British history and American history. So we had to study this American Civil War and Revolutionary War, all the way up to World War II, which was pretty up to D-Day, which was pretty cool, actually. So for me, I was like getting the best of both. That's what made me fascinated by it, right? And so for me, it was like every class that I took was like, I'm receiving this information about one of my favorite sayings. I can't pronounce his last name properly. Georges Santamaria, I think it is.
Yeah.
He says, those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. And I believe that. And so I ended up studying history for that reason and being fascinated by it, because we keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again.
So what's your favorite period?
My favorite period is I'm fascinated by World War II. I'm fascinated by, let's see, I'm fascinated by the American Civil War. I'm fascinated by that. I'm fascinated.
He's like, are you now? You really like that World War II thing?
What's your favorite period?
My favorite period.
Is it?
Yeah, he's like, well, you know, one of those world wars. Yeah, I kind of like the World War II.
I'm fascinated by World War II. I'm fascinated by, let's see, I'm fascinated by the American Civil War. I'm fascinated by that. I'm fascinated in British history. I would say all the wars, War of the Roses, right?
Yeah.
I was fascinated by Charles I being removed from power and having his head cut off. I was fascinated by French history, the Revolution. I learned all of that.
You know
Yes,
what?
go on.
I was trying to tell somebody recently about a period in history, like they were asking about Queen Elizabeth. I said, well, the first Queen Elizabeth, that's after which we know the Elizabethan era is named,
Right.
reigned for a long time.
Yes.
And was the time that Shakespeare was writing. We're
Correct.
talking about the second half of the 16th
Correct.
century. She becomes queen in 1558,
Right.
defeats the Spanish Armada
Brilliant.
in 1588.
Great. Yeah.
Which, if she hadn't done that, we would be in a very different world because
Definitely.
that was Protestant England
many boosters?
against
How many boosters do you think Cary's gotten? How many boosters do you think Cary's gotten? I mean, that he has not even aged.
Right.
defeats the Spanish.
He looks a little thick. He could lose 20 pounds, but
Armada
Brilliant.
in 1588.
Great. Yeah.
Which,
Or
if
converted
she
to
hadn't
muscle.
done that, we would be in a very different world because
Definitely.
that was Protestant England
Correct.
against Catholic Spain and France.
Right.
And dies in 1603. And
You
she
know
was.
your stuff, man.
Oh, I
This
do.
is
I'm
great.
a history major.
Wow.
And
Really?
she
You were a
was-
major?
Yeah. And she was
Wow.
the daughter of Henry
Wow,
VIII.
a major.
Of course. Okay. So, who became king after? And she was known as the Virgin Queen.
I know.
Well, you say that like I wish I fucked her. You,
No, but she
you have a
didn't
look
bathe.
in your eye like.
Don't forget, she didn't bathe a lot. They did back then.
Oh.
She had
You're
ladies
saying
in waiting.
That's why she couldn't get laid.
Well, I mean,
she's
that's why
queen
she's
and she
wearing all
smelled
this-
so bad
No,
that nobody
dude,
still wanted to fuck her.
Listen, hygiene, personal hygiene back then
Yeah,
was
I know.
not a thing.
Okay, but other people got over it. She must not have been cute. I mean, come on.
I don't know. We don't. You know.
Well, somebody was fucking.
Wasn't there.
Well, I know we weren't
Raleigh was definitely interested. He got pretty close to it. We don't know what happened there.
there. Right.
Okay.
I think he explored.
He explored. It's good. It's good, Bill. Very good.
He explored her
That's very
pussy.
good. That's very good. And then, of course, you had James I. I'm fascinated by that whole thing. He's a Scottish king who doesn't even speak English. He
Okay,
only,
but
go on.
here's what I forgot and can't enter in my own mind.
What?
Okay, so she dies in 1603,
Yes.
the Virgin Queen.
Yes.
Who took over? Who was the king in 1603? Now you
I
mentioned
just told you.
Who?
James.
James.
Yeah, of Scotland.
So how
James.
did he get the job? If
He basically said clip virgin right there. They're all saying it now.
He's a Scottish king who doesn't even speak English. He
okay,
only,
but here's,
go on.
here's what I forgot and can't enter in my own mind.
What?
Okay, so she dies in 1603,
Yes.
the Virgin Queen.
Yes.
Who took over? Who was the king in 1603? Now you
I
mentioned
just told you.
Who?
James.
James.
Yeah, of Scotland.
So how
James.
did he get the job
Because
if there's
he
no
was
line?
Mary, Queen of Scots' son.
Okay, Mary's Queen of.
We'll be back with more
Great.
history.
No, that's
with
great.
The history major of Bill Maher.
So Mary
after
Queen of
these
Scots.
messages.
It was Elizabeth's rival.
Oh, don't
for
do
the
that
throne,
with.
Yes.
right, and she is Catholic.
You know your stuff, man.
She's Catholic.
I'm impressed.
Oh yes.
Okay, just talk with him. He's like, and here we are with. It's like, no.
There's a great scene where where Elizabeth is first year and she's in the castle and the Catholics are marching on the castle. They wanted England to be Catholic again, and they have all these big what they call tapers,
Right.
giant candles. The church
Sure.
loves candles.
Sure.
I remember this when I
Sure.
was a kid.
Me too.
And Elizabeth goes to the window and then says to the guard, "Away with these candles. We see very well."
Oh, that's a good line.
Now look at this. Cary has not moved from this position for over an hour, close to an hour and a half. And what did we see yesterday with Seth Green? Moving up and down on the seat, readjusting constantly, trying to turn, trying to lift himself up, trying to switch around, lifting his leg up on the chair, trying to spin around, leaning back on it. And Cary's been on there, sitting there, not moving at all. Okay? He knows what stillness is. He knows how to hold attention. Seth Green is,
remember this when I was a kid.
Me too.
And Elizabeth goes to the window and then says to the guard, "Away with these candles, we see very well."
Oh, that's a good line.
We could put it in Three Kings in the Pool.
Yeah, sure.
Away with these candles, we see very well.
That's very good. What made you fascinated by history? Is it
People. It's people. It's so much more interesting than fucking chemicals.
Sure.
Or rocks.
Me too.
Or
Chemistry,
proctology.
yeah, none of
or,
that.
You know,
Yeah,
like it's
I agree.
it's stories
It's
about
stories.
people.
It's storytelling.
It's the movies.
Yeah, it is the movies. It was like the movies for me.
Movies have taken a lot from,
yeah.
you know, Saving Private Ryan is a real story, and
Yeah.
they made it into a movie. And,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, your movie is one of the many, 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 many movies where they show the movie, and then in the credits, they show what the real people that the movie is based look like. And that's when you go, wow, Hollywood's really full of shit. Real people are a lot uglier.
That's funny. That's funny.
Well,
No, I love that you love history. I didn't know that
I
about
do.
you. That's really interesting. Where did you
I
study?
love that you knew that answer. So James.
James.
And then
And he
his
spoke,
son
by
is
the
the
way-
one that cut his head off in 1649.
Charles,
And then the restoration is 1660,
I
where
believe so.
Cromwell took over.
Cromwell took over. and
Who was very much not a party animal. Right.
Well, he didn't believe in the divine right of kings.
What
Right?
an asshole.
What an asshole. Where did he
did
get
not-
that idea?
Right.
So he was like, yeah.
Well, that's a good thing.
But he went a little nuts. He created his own new model army and practiced it on Irish people, which you should know from your ancestry,
White people.
and the fact that he tested them out by wiping out tons of Irish people. I thought that was a little over the top, in my humble opinion.
Remember Braveheart?
Oh, it was great. It was great.
Braveheart's a great movie.
Great movie.
I mean, Mel Gibson.
Oh, that's the movie I was trying to think of. I couldn't, at the beginning of the show, that we need more Bravehearts. Mel Gibson. Couldn't think of it. Look they brought it up. Because we're talking about how we need more sword-wielding actors out there. These 6-footers. Get some people look like this back on the screen.
He's a great
fantastic.
movie maker.
He's a great movie
You know
maker.
what? Okay, so he gets a little loaded and pops off to the police when he's pulled over. So what? But like, there's a great line in there when Patrick McGowan.
Lovely. One of my favorites.
Really?
The Prisoner.
The
Please.
Prisoner, exactly. Oh my God, Diana Rigg.
God.
Hello,
that's
hello,
the Avengers.
12-year-old
That's
boner.
the Avengers. The Prisoner was where he
You're
was
right.
a spy who'd been
Yes,
excommunicated
right.
and sent to
Nice.
this desert prison,
Right.
a resort, really.
And this big ball
This
came
big
out.
ball was chasing. He came up, it was like a
It was so ahead of its time.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, but Patrick McGowan,
Yeah.
who was in this one,
Yeah,
The Prisoner, right?
correct.
Okay, he played King Edward.
Yeah.
Fighting Braveheart. This is the 14th century and Scotland trying to get their independence, and they're having this big battle with the Scottish people, or we're going to finally get our independence. We're going to kick the ass of the British. And the British are on the hill and waiting for the battle to start. And the guy says to the king, Patrick McGowan, should we have the archers fire, sir? Because that's what they used to do. And that was like the artillery. You'd fire just in the air, and all the arrows would come down and kill like 1 out of 10 people would be dead before the battle started. And he goes, no, arrows cost $1 a piece. Send in the Irish.
Oh, wow. I forgot that.
Send in the Irish.
Cannon fodder.
They cost nothing.
Wow.
Arrows are expensive.
See, that's Mel. He knows how to do that.
Apocalypto.
Just totally Apocalypto.
How
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. I had the good luck to tell him in person after I saw that film. And
oh, really? At what traffic stop?
No, it was a full house. I saw it in like Vancouver, and people applauded at the end. It's a brilliant film.
It's a chase movie.
It is exactly right.
It just happened.
This is showing that, like, Cary Elwes is quite knowledgeable, and when you get these kind of interviews where the person doesn't have to talk about their thing the whole time, so he spoke about his projects and things like that, but he's able to talk about other people's projects and so it shows that he appreciates the craft.
Happens to be
set in
set in the jungle of Central America.
Brilliant.
In, I would guess, the late 1400s, because it has one of the great endings.
Yeah.
Because he finally escapes from, and also I love it that it blows the myth off that all primitive peoples were perfect people who were just riding unicorns and singing Kumbaya. No, all people were horrible to each other. And the horrible tribe captures this guy from the nice tribe. They pursue him the whole movie.
It's great.
He finally prevails and gets away from them, gets back to his home and saves his wife. And then he looks out on the ocean and there's the ships coming in from the New World.
So
it's like,
great.
oh.
So great.
You can almost hear the, Curb Your Enthusiasm music coming in.
He's a remarkable filmmaker, Mel. You think of this as an actor who got to work with great directors, Peter Weir, Dick Donner, and I picked his brain about it. He goes, yeah, Cary, I picked up on, obviously, I had the good fortune to work with these great filmmakers, so I would study them and learn what they were doing. I wasn't just there as an actor for hire. I thought, okay, one day I want to do this. And of course, when you're working with phenomenal artists like that, it's bound to rub off.
Let's put him in our movie about purgatory.
There you go.
Thank you.
Club.
You all night.
For real.
I gotta go back to my real job.
Club Random.
Well, there you have it. That was a little bit of Cary Elwes, and showing us a little bit of his movie knowledge. Quite knowledgeable, and it's good to see him again and hear from him. He is basically my Al Pacino, and I will be in constant contact with you, letting you know how much you have changed my life, and you need to always be reminded of that is apparently what he did with Al Pacino. But there you are. Old Club Random, Bill Maher. And we got a few others in the pipeline. But I wanted to do, look, we even got Baby Keem's new release coming up. Dropping a documentary as we wait for the release of his new album. Jumping that fire. So we got a few in the pipeline here. But what I wanted to do today was just try out doing these one-offs where we just take a look at one thing and all that. So let me see how that goes. I think I need to mix it up a little bit. Okay. But that would be nice to not jump around too much to other things, but I think I'm going to have to, because I need to be resonating here and watching these one-offs.
This desert.
As easy as it is to title it, sometimes you get a nice interview like this and there's no chaos, there's but still we got a lot out of this, and we discovered that he's a stander when he's greeting. But again, I appreciate checking us out. And we cover podcasts and comedians and conspiracy theories. And we like to look at things through a satirical lens to find the funny. So I appreciate it. We'll do it again. We'll find we'll find it, because right now there's a lot of Epstein stuff. So it's good to keep up on that, but we'll try to see if there's anything else out there. But appreciate it. Thanks, Wizard. Yep, appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. And we'll do it again.